Do you rely too much on recommendations to get more listings for your estate agency business? Today, I'm joined by Ben Marley, thought leader in the estate agency industry. And Ben, do you think too many people rely on word of mouth and recommendations to get more business? Talk to me.
Chris, I can't tell you how many conversations I've had over the years where obviously I've worked in the review space for a long time now. And so many people say to me, we don't need this. All of our business comes from recommendation, right? That's great. That's fine. Every business should get recommended business. Proves that you're doing a good job. If you solely only rely on recommended business, then you're only going to get business from someone who has had a good experience. They've had a conversation with someone and said, I recommend Chris's Estates to you because they did a really good job for me. And that person happens to want to sell their house. Unless they fit all three. Oh, and also that they action it as well. So unless they fit those four scenarios of they've had a great experience, they've been proactively telling someone that they should use Chris's Estates agents, and that person is wanting to move, and they've taken that recommendation as being gospel, that is the funnel that someone's got to go through to contact someone off the back of a recommendation. How many times does that actually happen?
You've got to wait for the stars to align. It's
right.
Yeah.
So when someone says to me, all our business comes through recommendation, first of all, I don't think they're being honest with themselves on that. Also, I think that for a lot of people, when they say that, what they mean is we get referred business to us. But also, if that was true, then I assume that they're probably not doing anything on portals other than the basic listing. They don't do any proactive marketing. Is that what you're saying to me, Mr. Agent? And they say, oh, no, of course, we still do that. So you don't just rely on recommendations to come through to you, right? So if anyone sat there going, well, all our business comes through recommendation, just be honest with yourself and say, is that actually true? And if it is true, I would question why you're choosing to do that, because guess what? People use the internet every single day. Your phone has an average of 3,000 touches on the screen per day per person. Right?
Wow, that's big numbers. And I find it fascinating that, that we will choose a camera, a car, a holiday, everything on reviews, but then we won't actually then apply it to our own business. Fascinating, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I think it's a case of that people always just assume that that's how we've always done it.
Well, that's the worst line you can say in any business, isn't it?
Absolutely. But it happens, and it's conversations that, as I said, for many years that I've had and still had in the last few weeks, where a business owner will say, we don't need what you're offering. And that isn't what I'm talking about here. When someone says to us, well, all our business comes through recommendation, I don't believe that to be factually correct.
But if you embrace the review culture and get people to actually put a physical review on the line on your Trustpilot, your Googles, your Facebooks, then that's going to attract people that not necessarily have come into that sphere of influence, and you're actually using those reviews for the power of good, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, for anyone who doesn't already have a preconceived idea or a formal relationship or a recommendation, they will use a search engine to coin the phrase, estate agent location, for example, right? And you will then be in the mix as to who someone might want to call out. Having reviews there is your digital word of mouth. It's that social validation that you are as good as you say you are, because despite the fact that every single agent in this country says on their website how great they are, how good their communication is, how many years of local knowledge that they've got, right?
And professional.
Great.
Local.
Absolutely. So what?
Now, I know you offer services for that, but let's just put that aside for 1 second. Let's assume you didn't sell that. Is it really as easy as just getting people to do Google reviews or Facebook reviews?
No, I think it's a case of that people need to be able to find your reviews in as many places as possible.
So it's not a case of actually doing the reviews, you've got to have them to be able to be seen.
Whereas, you know, if you want to, if you buy a star striker, you don't leave them on the bench, do you?
This is true.
So you want to be in a situation where, you know, anyone who is leaving a review about you, where are they most likely to find it? Is it portals? Is it your social media? Is it your website? Is it content that you're putting out there? Just having that extra validation. If you, even better, if the person's name is local, they might even know them. You know, it's making sure that those reviews are seen, that they are genuine, and that they're in the public eye.
Maybe we could talk about that in greater detail in the next video. Thank you for your time today, Ben.